incredible.
Welcome to the world of Bloxfruit. Hi, I'm Bougie Dragon, and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to play Bloxfruit as a complete beginner, noob level never played before. The first thing you're going to want to do is pick between being a marine or a pirate. Obviously, you want to be a pirate, right? The only reason this matters is for alliances and for PvP. Ultimately, it doesn't matter, and you can even change it once you're inside the game without even exiting. I'm going to pick pirate for this tutorial. Because I started recording after playing this game for a while, you're going to start off with just tab 1, which is combat. This is melee combat that has a few abilities such as the quick tackle and ground smash. Doing melee uses your fists for combat. Additionally, you'll have the opportunity to purchase swords such as a katana or a cutlass. Here's an example of using the melee abilities. Keep in mind that swords have their own abilities as well. Over here is where you'll be able to purchase your first swords. You'll also be able to set your home point, which means if you pass during the game, you'll respawn right at the noob island. This is the fruit vendor. The fruit vendor sells different fruits throughout the day. Fruits that have green prices are available. Fruits that are red are out of stock, however, may be purchased with Robux. Keep in mind that as a brand new beginner, the fruit you may be aiming for should be either the flame or smoke. Over here is the sword dealer. As you can see, he has the katana and cutlass that you may purchase. To earn currency for purchase, you can either collect chests around the map, which are going to be found on every island, or by completing quests. This is the quest giver. It's the same on the Marine Island as well. It's important to always make sure that you have a quest active, as oftentimes you'll be grinding for experience and you'll get bonus experience, so there's really no reason to not have a quest equipped at all times. Once again, because I'm leveled up a little bit, I'm a little stronger than a brand new beginner. However, this is where you will grind the first mobs, and you're going to keep doing this. Defeating bandits is easy, especially if you use your fruits, powers, and swords. Once you have completed your quest, you'll be rewarded the prize automatically, so you don't have to return back to the quest giver to receive your experience and gold rewards. However, you can repeat the quests as many times as you want. As you play, you'll level up and you'll have an opportunity to increase your stats. I highly recommend as a beginner you focus on melee, defense, and your Bloxfruit. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, you can change from being a marine to a pirate and vice versa. Here's where you can turn back into a marine from the pirate island. Another thing worth mentioning is the map. The map will tell you exactly where you need to go and at what level. You'll notice that the jungle is level 15 and that's where we're going to go next. To leave the island, you'll want to purchase a boat. Fortunately, you can get the dinghy for free. The dinghy can fit at least 2 passengers, or maybe more, even if they cannot sit down. However, it's worth noting that the dinghy is fairly slow. The reason you want a boat is because the water will harm you. Finally, the compass on the left side of your screen will show you exactly where you need to go. Here, I'm demonstrating that not only is the compass pointing the correct direction, but it also gave me a green indicator of where to go. Finally, as you leave the first island, you may come across another island you'd like to explore. It's worth noting that if you are not the correct level, you will not be able to accept quests or receive special items. If this video has been helpful to you so far, I would like to invite you to click on the like and subscribe button. It lets me know that it helped you and will let others know as well. As mentioned, we're going to visit the Jungle Island first. The Jungle Island is a great place to level up once you've hit level 15. However, it can be dangerous. In the jungle, you'll face mobs such as the monkey, gorilla, and the Gorilla King. The first thing you'll want to do when you get to the Jungle Island is you'll want to set your home point. If you don't, you'll end up right back at the noob island where you first started, and you'll have to sell right back to the jungle. It becomes tedious, and you'll learn from your first mistake if you do not set it. As mentioned before, you can grind on the monkeys, and the quest giver is located in the center of the island. As mentioned before, you always want to have a quest active, even if you're just grinding. The bonus experience will make it worth it. You can also swap out quests anytime, so if you accidentally select Gorilla King but you wanted to fight monkeys, you can change it out at any time. Finally, the other cool thing about the Jungle Island is the random fruit vendor. This vendor will give you a fruit every 2 hours. The price of the fruit is based on your level, so because I'm level 88, this random fruit is going to cost me 30,000 bucks in Bloxfruit currency. Purchasing this fruit, I received a door fruit. I have no idea what it does, and I'm not too curious to find out since I have a pretty good fruit equipped already. So, you have 3 choices when you receive a fruit of what to do. You can eat it, drop it, or store it. What's most important to know is that if you eat a fruit after having a fruit already equipped, it will erase that fruit, unless you have bought the fruit with Robux. That's the only exception. If you buy fruit with Robux, you will always be able to keep it. If you decide to store the fruit, it will go into your items tab and you can use it later. There may be an opportunity where one fruit works better than the other, so you may want to have some on storage. It doesn't hurt to check on this vendor every 2 hours, as any player will recommend that it's worth visiting, even if it's a bad fruit. You'll also have the opportunity to trade with other players, so it's always good to have something available to trade with other players. As mentioned, this smaller part of the jungle is where the gorillas are, and the Gorilla King. Just like before, you'll want to make sure that you have a quest active. The Gorilla King is the first boss that you'll face. The Gorilla King is powerful and has an ability that will stun you if you stay too close. Finally, once you're done with the jungle, it's time to set sail. But the first stop we're going to make is Middletown. Now you may want to come to Middletown before you visit the jungle, because this is where you'll be able to purchase a gun from the gun vendor. Guns are useful in pulling enemies, especially if you don't have a fruit that has a long-range ability. By using the gun, you'll be able to target mobs and have them pull towards you. Or you can even kite them. Guns have their own stats as well, so you may want to level them up, as they may be pretty useful. It's worth noting though that if you're defeated in the game, you will lose your gun and you will have to purchase it again, unlike your sword. In Middletown is another fruit dealer who sells all the fruits, especially the high-level fruits. You'll notice fruits like Jaguar and Dragon and Buddha cost a lot of Robux. The top fruit, Jaguar, costs 3,000, so keep that in mind. But as mentioned before, if you purchase the fruit, it's yours forever. After you're done at Middletown, it's time to explore the Pirate Cove, or is it the Marine Cove? I think it's a pirate base. They're all wearing red, right? Also, I am using a game pass for fast boats, so not all boats have a rocket on the back. Once you arrive at the Pirate Cove, you'll continue to grind, accepting the quests, and repeating as before. There's a few interesting things about this island though, and that is to include that there's also a new boss named Bobby, a new sword vendor who will give you double katana or an iron mace, which obviously you'll want to test that on Bobby as soon as you purchase them. Bobby is a formidable opponent, so you best be prepared or join up with a friend. Bobby has a lot of strength and it's best to keep him at range. Additionally, he can shoot lasers from his sword that will also cause pretty significant damage. You can see I'm level 88 and I'm still taking huge hits. You'll notice that I've put a lot of my points into melee instead of Bloxfruit in defense. That is because of the fruit I'm using. It's best to check online for different builds that best utilize your fruit. Fruits like Buddha are allowed to keep enemies at range, so as long as I'm not getting hit, all I can do is focus on offense. The last thing I want to show you about this island is the blacksmith. The blacksmith can upgrade your weapons to include your guns. The game uses a resource system similar to other multiplayer online RPGs that require you to collect materials that you can harvest from different enemies. Once you have completed the Pirate Cove, as I'm calling it, you'll want to head to the desert. As before, you'll want to make sure that you set it as your home point and accept your quests. From here, you'll grind on level 60 bandits. There's nothing too significant about them, as they behave just like any other NPCs before. You should be able to take them out with ease as long as you're the correct level. If you try to face enemies above your level, either you won't do damage, or they will do significant damage that it'll deter you to stay on that island. However, it's always important to make sure that you have a quest. I cannot stress that enough. Because leveling up is a very slow process. Fortunately, there's a lot of codes that give you a 2x multiplier to experience or your mastery gain. You can find a video that lists the codes featured at the end of this video. As mentioned, you'll want to grind on the bandits. However, here I want to demonstrate what happens if you are defeated in the game. Nothing happens. You don't lose any experience, you don't lose any money, but as I mentioned earlier, you do lose your gun. So, if you need to get a new gun, you'll need to return back to Middle Island. Once you've had enough fun beating up the bandits, you can then challenge the desert officers. The desert officers are level 75 and are located just beyond the pyramid. Just like the bandits, they do not offer you a significant challenge, but they are stronger, and so you just need to be aware of where they are. Just like before, the best method is to just get as many as you can, get them in a group, and then just start farming the experience. As always, make sure that you have a quest equipped. It is worth noting that on the desert island, there is a secret room that my friend showed me. However, I wasn't high enough level, but it's my understanding that this is where you get a special hat. Or maybe it's a sword. Who knows? Whatever it is, I'm not ready yet. From the desert, you'll head to your next island. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. It's the opposite of a desert. That's right. We're going to Snow Island. Brrr. Now, Snow Island features the frozen village. As mentioned, you'll want to make sure that you set your home point and take a look at the map. The map now includes more islands that you cannot see originally, such as the Cloud Island. On Snow Island, there's also a secret master who will be able to teach you more techniques. You can visit this island early, so if you're a new player and you just want to get some new abilities, go ahead and just head straight to Snow Island. Abilities like Sky Jump are awesome, and they make the quality of the game much better because now you can jump and fly across the sky. Well, not exactly fly, but you can at least double jump. You can also get a skill called Enhance, which is also referred to as Elemental. It'll give your weapon a elemental effect. So because I'm using my fists get real shiny. The third ability is Flash Step. Flash Step will allow you to teleport wherever your mouse is pointed at, or if you're on a device that uses touchscreen, wherever you tap. It's very cool. Besides new quests, the Snow Village features a vendor that sells a sword item called the Pipe, or the Triple Katana. The Triple Katana sells for 60,000, and the Pipe sells for 100,000. Using swords is cool and it's flashy, but it's item dependent. However, if you level your fists, you have nothing to worry about. Before we go, I do want to show you a few more things that you can find in Bloxfruit. That includes the Coliseum, where you can PvP safely with friends and do a friendly 1-versus-1 match. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you if you're a brand new beginner. Let me know if you have any questions and put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bougie out.